speaking to all anti-Semites, anti-Zionists, which is an acceptable term today, which we all know really means anti-Jew, who are watching me right now. Why I'm addressing you right now? In a few days, it will be the judgment day by God. We call it Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. And all the people of the world will be judged by Him for life or for death. So this is a good time to tell you about your evil ways. Maybe you change them. My name is Israela, derives from Israel. But I'm sure you don't know me personally, and fortunately, I have never seen you. But this fact doesn't deter you from hating me, my country Israel, and the people of my nation. So it is about time that we meet. Perhaps if I tell you about myself, your hatred will have a human dimension. Do you imagine all Jews to be just devils with long noses? If so, how would you explain the classical beauty of Raphael and Wonder Woman Gal Gadot? My father, my grandfather, and 7th generation were born here in Israel. I am the 7th generation from Hebron. Although we were not murdered here in Galt chambers, we were hanged and beheaded by the Turkish, the British, and the Arabs, just because we wanted to live in the land which belongs to us since 3,000 years ago. My mother wasn't born here. She is a descendant of the Jews who were expelled from Spain. Her ancestor's name was Toledo. Yes, they took the name of the town they were expelled from in the 15th century. They had been told to leave Spain without cause, simply because they were Jews, and regardless of their contribution to Spain's economic and cultural prosperity. It was so easy for all anti-Semites to be ungrateful toward Jews throughout history. All these catastrophes were the direct result of our expulsion from our land, homeland, which happened twice. Once by the Babylonians in 587 BC, and the second time by the Romans in 70 AD. But why I'm telling you all this? You don't really care about the evidence. You don't even care about the book I'm holding in my hands, the Bible, that was given to us by God and was written in the holy language, Hebrew. The fact that God used Hebrew to create a world is not important to you, even though it includes a clear promise to whom this land belongs. It's ironic that you base all your beliefs on our ancient testament, but you don't respect the truth when it concerns us. How hypocritical. All the details are here, including why my tiny land has been named Israel. It comes from Jacob's fight with the angel and the fact that he was close to God. Do you have the same written justification for your past and your roots as we have? However, all these facts didn't stop you from killing Jesus, who was an observant Jew. Many antisemites are not aware of that. On his behalf, against his intentions, you created something new which allowed you to slaughter Jews throughout history. Believe me, had Jesus known what you would do to his people, he would have asked not to be born on this planet. Yes, it was the Romans who crucified him, and after 2,000 years of bloodshed and killings, your Pope had the guts to look at the face of history, thank God, and admit that the Jews didn't kill Jesus. The fact that Jesus was a Jew didn't stop the Nazis from trying to eliminate my people in most horrible ways. Why is that? What is the reason that so many nations want to exterminate us throughout history? I'll give you the answer: jealousy. This is exactly the point I want to make today. Jews were so successful and smart. They worked hard, but above all, they were considered the favorite sons of God. You couldn't accept it. You couldn't accept that. Jews were blessed by God. Look how many Nobel Prizes we have been awarded just because God blessed us. The crucial point was that he chose us to serve him, and you wrongly interpreted it. It had nothing to do with a pride or snobism. Our superiority over you, we were chosen for one spiritual duty only, to serve him in a special, unique, and hard way, and to benefit your lives through this. And beside this, we brought to the world social justice and moral values. He demanded from us observation of strict rules in order to live in a special, holy way from the time we get up till the time we go to sleep. It may seem strange and unclear at times, even to us, but all the demands were written and we were obliged to fulfill them. He didn't ask anything similar from you. He gave you big and beautiful countries, huge rivers, high mountains, and gorgeous landscapes, oil and other minerals. Everything just for one reason, that you won't be jealous and will help us to fulfill our mission for your own sake. He allowed you to eat freely whatever you wish and live according to your desires. But you were always jealous and motivated to kill us in order to take our property, following the incitement of the church, your kings, your leaders, your armies, or just ordinary people. You were jealous of every invention we discovered to benefit your life, though we were simply the messengers of gift from above. Till this day, we succeeded in everything, in technological startups, agriculture, and science. And though we share all this knowledge with you, it doesn't help us. You still remain jealous. During the Second World War, you didn't want to bomb the gas chambers. You knew what was happening there. In all the wars with Arabs, which were inflicted upon us, you didn't want us to win. You couldn't believe that we would stay alive. You didn't want to see the miracles of God. You didn't want to admit that we had them. You didn't learn anything about God's will. To this date, you are continuing your unfair behavior. You are supporting Iran, which denies the Holocaust and openly declares the desire to exterminate us. You want to give away to the Arabs the land of Israel that belongs to God. You are putting an unjustifiable pressure on us. Arabs were here for at most 100 years. That's all. Because we had been forced into exile by you. And instead of being honest with us and reconciling with your evil past, you continue to fake history and praise the lies. We did not occupy our territories. You know all along that they were ours. And at 1967, when Arab armies wanted to destroy Israel, we won and returned the territories that belongs to us, including Jerusalem. Again, it was a big miracle performed by God, but you still would not admit it. The Palestinian Arabs came from different Arab countries. They are not nationality and they never existed as a nation, but you helped to invent this nation. Let me see if you would have given one street of your own country for any reason to someone else. Well, let me summarize. Nothing will help you. Neither the pressure you are putting on us, nor the boycott, no sanctions, no divestments, no denial of our history. We will always win. Why? It's God's will. If you continue to be against us, you'll get tsunamis, plagues, tornadoes, and other catastrophes. How do we know it? It was always God's punishment when somebody went against his beloved son. One day, we hope you'll replace all the hatered in your heart with love. Since you are also God's children, your life will be better if you learn to love us. You feel the change in your life immediately. Till then, you can continue to behave as you always did, to incite, to hate, to find evil ways to hurt us, instead of building with us the third temple, helping and supporting us to realize God's will, to have a house for all nations in Jerusalem. You are denying our rights to this area by saying that Jews don't have any historical connection to the Temple Mount. Again, you are fighting God's wills. You are denying the fact that He wanted us to build it for Him, a house there. We did it twice. You destroyed it. You just have to understand that you now have a choice. You can change your attitude toward us, or you can die from jealousy. Till now, you didn't have any particular reason to hate us. So I will provide you with one, with my lips. We are the best. Now at least you have a good reason to hate us. Bye-bye. It was nice to tell you what we are feeling after such a long time. See you on the Temple Mount. With love.
כל אדם מחפש מקומות ונופים חדשים בעולם. הוא חוצה יבשות וימים במסע של הנפש לשם. על כנפי מחוזות הדמיון הוא מפליג בספינה אל הים, אך בסוף זה הלב שמוביל אותנו לשם. כל הדרכים, השבילים, הכבישים, השלטים מובילים לירושלים. כל התפילות, הדמעות, בקשות, מחשבות מובילות לירושלים. כל השירים, פיוטים, מזמורים, סיפורים, כולם לירושלים, ירושלים שבלב. כל הארץ, דלתות העמים, היא אורו של עולם.